Hi and welcome everyone to another. This is actually a special episode of Gaming with Jason. There is no rhyme or reason for this. I am actually having probably one of the best battles I've had in a really long time, and I am having it with a guy that is much more experienced than me, and it's turning out to be a one-on-one battle, and it's a tit for tat. He's got his strengths, I've got my strengths, and a lot of this is turning into a chess match. So I wanted to share this with you guys. You guys always look for new ideas on how to get better at your game, and I figured that this would be a great opportunity. So let me kind of share with you a little bit of what happened. So I am the California Republic. This city is going to be like this for a while because it's got a super stack in it, and I'm not willing to waste any more troops. I'm trying to make sure to keep myself good. All right, so I started off as California Republic, and I started doing well. I was in a coalition with the Free West and Canada, or the Free West and Mexico. I took Canada to start with, and then when this guy, my coalition leader, he never talked, he never said anything. Anytime I try and communicate, it would be like 2 days before I get a response. So I jumped out, and because Mexico became inactive, I took him. And because he never responded to me, I figured, oh well, he must be AFK. So I took him out, and then he sent something in and took out my capital city. I had to rebuild. And if you see, that rebuild took me from being number 1 to number 4. But as you see, I'm also fighting Amazonia, who was at about 1,800 points. And so I have been sitting, I probably sat for about 3 or 4 days, which would be about 10 to 12 game days, and all I did was build, get my tech up. And I had a full navy, but I lost my navy. I had a full wing of naval patrol, but I lost my naval patrol. I had Okay, so let's send him out here. I am doing patrols because I had a destroyer right here off of this coast, and I lost it. So I took out a whole task of his frigates, and then as I was going up here, I still had 2 destroyers. I brought another destroyer over here, so I had 3. So I bring the 3 up, and then I take 2 and I bring them down here to I was actually going to put it right here in the city, and I was going to go to that junction there, but for some reason they died, and they died somewhere around here. I don't know where. I'm trying to find them. That's what I'm doing. So you kind of have to play hide and go seek, and just keep making pokes and looking around to find a navy. But this is the great thing about Rising Tides, is it's a navy game, and you have to be really good at your recon. Because I don't have my naval patrol, I don't have as wide of a range, so I can't see so much. But he had all of this all the way up to here. As you see, I have taken this from him. I'm gaining ground, but little by little. Now, he has lost more troops than I have. A couple of reasons is because I had the destroyers off of here, so what he was transporting. Also, I sent if you see this division right here, this is what I originally came down. I had an airbase here, and I just sent him, just through here, and he had an airbase right here, which I took out, and I'm building my own airbase. But see, the big problem is this area right here. This is no man's land. This is area denial. The guy has got defenses set up, and now I'm going to have to do double time on Navy and Strikers, because this guy is probably going to be building a lot of frigates because he wants to counter my air, and that's pretty much the only thing that he can do. And I've kind of screwed unless I get some help, and I'm trying to get my coalition members over to help me, but they're a little bit slow to move. So this may end up coming out into a stalemate. And I kept telling him, and I keep telling him, I'm like, look, stay out of North America. You can have South America. Go somewhere else. Just stay out of here. I'll even leave you Cuba. Let's just go our separate ways, because I told him that this was going to be a knockdown drag out fight. I have been for probably the last 5 or 6 days trying to tell him, hey, look, man, let me join. We will be better on the same team. Oh no, you won't respond to me. Okay, fine. If you're not going to let me join, at least you stay in your area, I'll stay in mine. It's going to be a knockdown drag out war. See, the thing is, when you fight an experienced person that knows what they're doing, because sometimes people gain experience just by playing the game and getting the points, and they're gonna win. I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day, so you're going to win a few games. Uh, but you're not going to win a lot, but you're gonna win games, and you're gonna think that you're so awesome and that everything else is stacked against you. There are, and I have talked to a lot of players, and there are players on my Discord, and it takes a certain type of player to win every game. But there are quite a few of those players in here, and I'd rather them be on my team than fight against me, because one of us is going to win. Sometimes I'm going to win, sometimes they're going to win. It boils down to activity and tactics, and do you know how to use your doctrine best? And as you see here, I am slowly gaining ground in this big battle, and I'm having to retake this territory after I took it, and I retake it because he keeps sending units in. I keep wiping him out, so I have probably taken out at least 20 to 30 infantry of his so far. I have taken out at least 5 to 7 ships. I have also taken out at least half of his air corps, which all he's using is superiority fighters that are level 3. And because something about the Bradley that I like is that if you look here, even at a level 4, I'm getting, what is that, a 2.5? And so 3, what is that, 3 of those times 2.5, or 2 of them times, and then that's 5 points. And then also here I'm getting like 1.6, so that's another 4.5 points. So I'm getting 10 points. I'm taking out, he's getting, like, he's sending 4, maybe getting 5 to 8 points on me, whereas I'm getting about 10 points, and I'm taking out his. He's actually at a negative loss, but he has nothing left to do. He's got to send everything he has, and I think this guy has sent everything he has. The only thing that is saving him right now is that he has a navy, that he has the upper hand in navy, and that's the only thing that's protecting his homeland. But right now, I bet you this guy is doing some serious rebuilding, because unless he has, because I've taken out at least 40 units overall, between air units, sea units, and land units. I've taken out at least 40 units, and here's a couple more. Let's see here. Let me see if I can make that bigger for myself so I can see. Okay, so yeah, he's got the mobile anti-air. Okay, so he's got 3 of those. He just got those in because he did only have this. So, and what is that? His mobile radar. So he's got 2 mobile radars and an infantry. So he's expecting, oh, he's going to lose big time. Because, I mean, like, look at here. I'm barely taking anything. He's already lost 1 infantry. I can tell you that, because he had 2 motorized infantry, and I thought he had 3 mobile SAMs, but apparently I missed it, and he had. These are only level 1, and yeah, they do. He must have taken those mobile SAMs and moved them somewhere else, because I saw him. He had some mobile SAMs. I just don't know where he went. But I'm going to keep taking this territory from him. I'm going to keep knocking him down. And then I'm going to just slowly choke him out. And the thing is now that I have, because if you look here, how many units do I have left? So if he had, so I started off with 65 units. I lost 25 units. He's probably down to about 15 to 20 units total. So I have the upper hand as far as rebuilding. So if the 2 of us sit back and we just have like minor skirmishes as I take territory and he slowly loses his resources as I slowly choke him out, this is going to be the only one that I can win. I'm going to have to play a long game. It's probably going to take 25 days to completely choke this guy out. And you know what? It's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. But it's also a lot of hard work, requires a lot of time and dedication. And you got to be looking at certain things. So let me go down here, because this is where I was attacked at, and I'm looking for his destroyers. I really am. Okay, so there is his. Okay, so he's going to end up losing those as well. And let me go right down into here just to make sure. So he's going to lose all those, and I think that was that's the last of his infantry. Like, I have rooted out all of his infantry. He tried to do a walk in here. He hasn't come at my. He hasn't come this way. And what I find really odd, and it might be because of where it's positioned. See, I'm over here. He's over here. So if he comes from here, he's gonna come up through here, which means that I'm completely protected here because he's trying to get in through my back door, which is his front door, and my front door is protected, and I'm trying to protect my back door here. Okay, so just because you get into a battle, expect it to take forever. Not really forever, but expect it to take some time. Expect it to really be a knockdown, drag out fight. Now, if it isn't, great, at least you're prepared. But there are so many players, and I have players that tell me this, like if I get beat, they'd be like, man, I thought you were stronger than that. Normally I am. But this one I just didn't do it right, or I had certain obstacles I couldn't overcome. I've gone against other people, and I'm like, man, you're like a 120, and I like walked all over you. How is that possible? And I'll spend the whole game looking for their troops, thinking that they've got something off to the side, and all they were was rank, and they really weren't being active on the server. And if you get against somebody that has rank and is active, it's not going to be an easy win. Unless they make a huge blunder, which I do from time to time. I'm human just like you guys. So don't think that you need to win every game, because you don't, but you should at least put up a good fight at the bare minimum. If you put up a good fight, what you do is you slow down the war machine, you prolong the game, you give yourself an opportunity to survive, and you really make sure that people, like the more people that do this, and something that I've seen change over the game over time, is that players are becoming more aggressive. Players are coming after you with the proper units. I think players are educating themselves on YouTube. There's enough content. You have Conflict of Nick, you have City Gamer, you have B2, and then of course you got Melodus. So I mean, you've got those four people. Me personally, when I watch something other than my own content, I prefer either B2 or Conflict of Nick. But I really enjoy watching those creators most. Preferably Conflict of Nick over B2, and then of course City Gamer would be like the bottom of my list, but still something entertaining. If you guys are looking to be able to have other voices to listen to, so that you can't just pigeonhole yourself and listen to one person. You need to listen to more than one person, because I only have so many ideas, and I have my point of view and the way things go. That other person, they have their point of view and the way things that go for them. They have their strengths and weaknesses. I have my strengths and weaknesses. It's about taking our strengths and learning from them, and seeing our weaknesses and how to exploit them. And this is the way it is with any gamer. And if anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you for joining me, guys. If you want to support the channel, hey, a like, a share, a subscribe. My affiliate links are down in the bottom. Yeah, but anyways, thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next episode.